Hello, my name is Kip Twitchell. I'd like to share with you my LDS-BSA, BSA-LDS dictionary I created as part of my Wood Badge ticket. I think these two groups have a lot in common. They share unique languages, but they have many of the same objectives. Through understanding the languages of each, I think we can come to collaborate, work more effectively towards the aims of both of these organizations. Dictionaries are required when two different languages are spoken so that there's greater understanding between the individuals involved. The dictionary that I've created is for LDS, meaning members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, sometimes called Mormons, and BSA, volunteers for the Boy Scouts of America. This first segment is called What is Shared, What is Unique. Boy Scouts of America started in the U.S. under the direction of W.D. Boyce in February 1910. Boy Scouts of America became affiliated with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in May 1913, when the church became the first institutional sponsor of Boy Scouts. The LDS Church sponsors more scouting units in the United States than any other organization. LDS Church leaders, like today's President Thomas S. Monson, President of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, have long served on national executive board positions for scouting. The objectives of scouting, as stated in the Scouting Mission, the Scout Oath, and the Scout Law, are completely consistent with the values and mission of the Young Men's Organization of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. With so much shared, we shouldn't forget, though, that these are different organizations. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints ordains young men, ages 12 to 17, to the Aaronic priesthood, and teaches them that priesthood is the power and authority given to man to act in God's name for the salvation of his children. Boy Scouts of America issues a charter which says that any organization whose aims and purposes are in harmony with scouting may make use of the Boy Scouts of America's Educational Resource Program, which is based on a duty to God and country. Such an organization may be a religious institution, club, lodge, civic group, or a group of citizens who get together just for the purpose of having scouting. Boy Scouts of America makes its program available by using a charter for each unit that organization operates. This charter authorizes that organization to make use of the scouting program as part of its total program, under leadership that organization has selected for all youth who want to join. Because these are two different organizations, it's recommended that you avoid conflict in working with members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Local church leaders choose men that believe deeply in the doctrines of the church to work with youth. If they perceive a difference or a conflict between church doctrines and scouting, they will follow church doctrine almost every time. The great strength of the charter is that it allows the church to use the appropriate elements of scouting in their program. Scouting provides a one-stop for any organization wanting to serve youth. Some organizations have no structure to serve youth, but the church has a great deal of structure. Therefore, the charter provides the flexibility needed to use the resources but not compete with church doctrines and organization. If conflicts arise, remember that Joseph Smith has taught members of the church that friendship is one of the grand fundamental principles of Mormonism. You might also remind them of these words from the second president of the church, Brigham Young. Be willing to receive truth, let it come from whom it may. No difference, not a particle. Receive it from one man as soon as another. If God has called an individual and sent him to preach the gospel, that is enough for me to know. It is no matter who it is. All I want to know is the truth. In summary, there's a great tradition of cooperation between the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and Boy Scouts of America, including the largest number of chartered units, shared leadership, and shared values. But of course, like any other chartered organization, the church and the scouting are two different organizations. All young men ages 12 to 17 are ordained to offices in the Aaronic priesthood, and the Young Men organization of the church supports and helps the Aaronic priesthood. The Scouting Charter supports these organizations but should not compete with them. Because of deeply held beliefs of church volunteers, you should avoid conflict with church doctrines. Members will almost always follow priesthood direction. focus on principles behind scouting policies, and look for ways to use the existing church positions or doctrines. In the next segment, we'll review the stake, council, and district organizations.